Alright everyone, today I am making another election prediction. So, we're just going to be discussing if Trump can win the election in 2020. Now the short answer is, I don't know. So we're going to just explore this map and see where it takes us. So I'm going to start by filling in the predictable Democratic states. Yep. Oops. Okay. That's pretty much the safe states for the Democrats, and then Trump would get these other states. Now, the other thing that, of course, I haven't addressed yet is impeachment. If Trump is impeached, it's going to put a damper on his re-election bid, that's for sure. But he's obviously not going to be removed from office by the Senate because 20 Democrats would have, or 20 Republicans would have to vote to remove him, and that just isn't going to happen. So, it would be kind of a stain, kind of a scandal, but it's not gonna. I don't even know. And it could end up having the opposite effect because then you could imagine that Republicans would go play a bunch of ads saying, oh, if the Democrats win the Senate or whatever, they're going to impeach Trump. So you could also imagine that being something very likely to happen. So I don't really know. But we'll just, move on. I don't know how impeachment would affect Trump's reelection bid. I don't think it would have a huge impact because I think it would help both sides and it would kind of just cancel out. So, okay. Now, there are a few states that Democrats are probably going to win, like New Mexico and Virginia and Colorado. Trump seems to think, I think he visited New Mexico a little while ago, but he's not going to win there. That's just the truth. He's not going to win Virginia or Colorado, probably not. So, Texas is a state where I left it blank for a minute there because I wanted you to see that it wasn't necessarily totally safe, but Trump's probably going to win Texas. He's probably going to win Missouri. Indiana, I just posted an election night where I had Biden winning Indiana. I don't know. If it was Biden, maybe he could win Indiana, but otherwise, Trump's going to win Indiana. So, this is kind of just a general thing. Obviously, I don't have a specific candidate. I'm just trying to see how easy it would be for Trump to win. So let's kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he wins Indiana. Let's say he wins Nebraska. Let's say he wins Iowa. He won that state by 9 points in 2016, I believe. Over here in the Southeast Corridor, let's say he wins Georgia. Let's say he wins North Carolina. Let's say he wins Ohio further north. But this is really where it all matters, is the Rust Belt. We know that Trump's probably not going to win Minnesota. It's just not that likely. Even Clinton won, and she was a pretty bad candidate for the Rust Belt. Michigan. Michigan, I think, and I just think that the Democrats are going to win Michigan because Trump barely won Michigan. I think of all the three Rust Belt states he won, I think that was the closest margin for him. So I would have to say Michigan flips. Even if Trump wins, I don't think he'll win Michigan. It just doesn't seem very likely at this point in time. Not to mention, every state has really bad approval ratings of Trump, it seems like. I mean, pretty much every swing state favors the Democrats, I think. Last I checked. I haven't checked in a while, though, so I could be wrong. Nevada, that's also probably not going to flip to Trump. So his best case scenario, and this is already more electoral votes than Clinton had. So basically, Trump's best case scenario is to just hold on to whatever he can, because flipping anything seems pretty unlikely. I think whoever the candidate is in 2020, I think whoever the Democratic candidate is, which, let's be honest, it's probably going to be Warren or Biden. Whoever it is, I think Trump is going to try to just hold on to what he can because I think the Democrats will outperform Clinton from 2016. So Pennsylvania and Wisconsin. These are where it really matters. I don't know who would win, to be honest, because this is basically a toss-up. Florida could become a toss-up, but again, if we give Trump the benefit of the doubt, let's say he could win Florida, because it's not out of the picture. He could win Florida. The Democrats, this is kind of the extent of what I'm going to predict. I think everything else is basically a toss-up. So could Trump win the election? Yes. Theoretically, he could. Now, his easiest path would probably be to win Arizona, which I think he should be able to do. And then he just basically needs something else. So he could do Wisconsin and Maine, or he could just do Pennsylvania. And that's probably his best case scenario, is to win Pennsylvania. Honestly, the Democrats might win everything else. So this right here is basically Trump's best case scenario. Right here is 279. I have 242 for the Democrats. Everything else is a toss up here. So, yes, the answer is Trump could win. Will he? Well, I don't know. I'm not a professional, but I would say it doesn't seem very likely because he would basically have to win everything he won in 2016. He can only afford to give up a couple states. And the other problem is, this is kind of a vague approximation. If the candidate is somebody who might perform stronger, like Biden or even Warren or Sanders, these are candidates that would perform well and are probably going to be ones to win. Now, if the nominee is someone like Harris, you could maybe see Trump actually beating her with a map similar to this, or Buttigieg, or someone who's lower down. The problem is those people aren't gonna win because they're not popular. It's gonna be, I would almost guarantee, um, Biden or Warren, maybe Sanders. So this is basically where the map stands. So could Trump win? Yes, but will he? I have no idea.